Hey there, treasure hunt fans. Your old pal Big D back here with another pickup video. Sorry it's been about a week since I posted anything. I got that funky cold that was going around and it just took me out. I missed a couple days of work and I was taken out. I was just useless. I mean, it's just, matter of fact, I still have some congestion in my chest, and it's been about a week and a half I've had this thing now, and my nose is still a little clogged up. I don't normally have this much trouble shaking off one of these stupid things, but let me tell you, this time I am having an amazing problem trying to get rid of this thing. So I am sorry for the lack of videos, but I'm back. And I got some new pickups. Yesterday was Tuesday. Well, a couple days ago now, I guess it was Tuesday, new release day. I actually had filmed some stuff, me hunting the actual stuff that I picked up on that day. And when I went back to go, look at it, the stuff I filmed outside while I was walking into Target, you couldn't hear me at all. It was like you could just hear wind blowing by. It was really bad. I did a really bad job. I'm still working on how I'm going to work this all out and make it work. I see a bunch of other YouTubers out there that make it happen all the time, and I'm wondering how in the heck did they do that. So I'm still working on that, but just to keep people updated, what's going on, stuff like that. I did pick up some movies this weekend. I picked up a couple things last week I want to show you guys. And then I got a couple ideas for a couple other episodes to do every week. I want to run that by you guys as well. So let's start off what I picked up. Now, before this Tuesday, I did pick up a couple other random movies. There was beginning of this month, they released a whole slew of new steelbooks, a whole slew of a bunch of random movies. Some of them have been steelbook before, and other ones, yeah, never been. So I was like, all right. So I did pick up a couple of those steelbooks. First off, I picked up Shooter. This is a Mark Wahlberg movie, great movie. And oddly enough, I never owned this on Blu-ray, so it's cool not only get it on Blu-ray, but I got the movie and I get a digital copy for it. So I'm pretty stoked on this. This is a steelbook, and there are some people on here that I know that don't know have any idea what steelbook is. And basically, what steelbook is it's a metal case. The DVDs are put inside. They're really cool. They always do really neat and interesting art on these things. They're a lot more elaborate, and they're a lot more collectible as well. There's a huge collector's market for steelbooks out there, and they can end up being worth a lot of money. So I've been collecting these things for a while now, but I've really gotten into it. They're really cool and they're really neat, and they're putting out a lot of cool stuff and a lot of movies that I really enjoy. And I'm able to get rid of some of these older DVDs or Blu-rays and pick up these things, and these will last. They're pretty strong, so the movie's a lot better protected in them. So one of the ones I picked up last week was Shooter. Next, I picked up, and my wife, she hates this movie, straight up hates this movie because she felt it was such a diversion from the book, and she's right, it was a diversion from the book. It was definitely different, but I still enjoyed it because I love zombie movies, and I thought this was a really good, fun movie, and it's World War Z. I love this movie. I think this movie is absolutely awesome. I love every aspect of it. I think it's really cool. I did read the book. Yes, most people know me. I don't read a whole lot, but I did read the World War Z book. And it's right. There are some elements of the book in this movie. A few elements here and there, little side stories they talked about, or you just see certain things in a certain story that was in the book. You kind of see something like in the background happening. So there's a little bit of similarity, but not a whole lot. This is pretty much its own standalone movie, and they just used the World War Z title. So, but I love this movie. This is a great zombie flick. It's really well done. My understanding is there's supposed to be a sequel to it. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but it's a really good movie. And again, steelbook. So I picked up that one, and then I did get one eBay purchase last week, and my current thing I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to get all the current DCU, the the current DCU steelbooks. I'm trying to get all together, and I'm also trying to get all the digibooks that Target puts out. So with this, my cat. With this purchase here, and with one purchase I made this week, I officially now have all the current DCU, and I'm talking DCU starting with the first, was it The Dark Knight? There was, and I'm actually still considering kind of maybe getting Green Lantern, because that was still relatively close, but the other ones that are out there, older DCU titles like the original Tim Burton's Batman, Superman with Christopher Reeve, stuff like that. Those are a little harder to come by. Now, I know I can pick up a couple of the older Batman movies, but I'm more focused on more of the current stuff because I think the steelbooks and the artwork on these things are just absolutely amazing, and it's really cool to have them all in a row, and it's just a really great thing to collect. So I do have all the current DCU ones with the purchase of this one I'm going to show you now, and the one I'll show you in a few minutes that I picked up this week. I'll have all the current DCU on steelbook, and I'm literally one away on the digibook. So this, what I picked up, what I got on eBay was Batman vs. Superman steelbook. I'm an idiot. I should have picked this up when this movie came out a couple years ago because I love the steelbook. Because the steelbook is this side, you got Batman with the Superman logo. If you literally flip it up like this, you got Superman with the Batman logo on it. I just think that's a really neat idea. And so also to show you is you open them up and they kind of look like this. And a lot of times you pop off this and there'll be artwork underneath. So this side has Batman logo, this side will have the Superman logo, and they're just really neat. They put a lot of work and a lot of time, a lot of effort into these things, and I absolutely love them. I mean, they're just the coolest things in the world. So I did pick this up on eBay. And I got a really good deal on it, so I was pretty stoked on that. So this was not the last one. There was one more I had to pick up, and some of you might know what came out this week, but this is what the last movie that I picked up last week. Now, this week was a big week for releases. There was a lot of movies that came out this week. I am not kidding you. A lot of movies, and I only ended up picking up a couple. There are a few more that I do want to get. Like, I want to get I, Tonya. It was a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Margot Robbie is amazing as Tonya Harding. Really good movie. The Disaster Artist, I wanted to get that one as well. James Franco, I hear, plays Tommy Wiseau, or Wiseau, however you spell his name, like to a T, and everybody's saying it's a really, really good movie. There were actually, oddly enough, a couple Lego movies that came out this week. A Lego Flash movie. There was the Freemakers Adventure Season 2. And there was a couple other random movies. There was a Star Trek documentary. I know I didn't get it. I will get it, though. So it was a pretty big release week. There was a lot of stuff that came out. Matter of fact, the next couple weeks are really big release weeks. And I'll discuss that in a minute. So the big deal this week was what? Justice League. That is right. The League is out on Blu-ray. And of course, I had to get it. Now, I was a little stressed about this one because I wasn't sure how it was all going to go down. I get really worried because, like, nowadays I'm noticing if I don't get to Best Buy early enough in the morning, steelbooks go like that. They're gone. Forget about it. And once Best Buy sells out of that steelbook, they don't get them back in again. So then you have to go to the secondary market, which usually means eBay. Especially when these things first come out, people will want. I remember Wonder Woman, man. The 4K. I picked up the 4K steelbook right when it came out. And I remember it sold out really quickly, and people were 60, 70, 80 bucks for it right away. It was like, holy cow. So you have to jump on these things really quick. That also includes the digibooks. So digibooks are the same way, and I'll show you that in a minute. But Target's exclusive. That's Target exclusive for the DCU is these digibooks. And those go like that as well. And if you don't get in on, I know that Thor had one a couple weeks ago, and I literally went into to Target later on the afternoon, the day it released, and they were already sold out. Again, once it sells out, with Target, every once in a while you might be able to find one on their online, but it's gone. So you have to get on these things really quick. The cool thing with Target and Best Buy is if you literally wait till midnight, Monday going into Tuesday, you can go on their website, buy it on their website, and say you're going to pick it up, and you can actually pick it up at each different location to hold it for you. So this week, I did it this way because I wanted to make sure I got both these. So the first one I picked up was the Best Buy exclusive Justice League, the 4K Steelbook edition with the really neat artwork that they got on here. So this is the 4K. It's really cool. There's a lot of cool special features. There's a lot of deleted scenes on this thing. A lot of people trash this movie. I really like this movie. Yes, it's not a perfect movie. Yes, it has some flaws in it. But you know what? As a kid, I remember wanting to see the Justice League because Marvel versus DC, I am way more DC than I am Marvel. Don't get me wrong. I do like Marvel movies. I think the Marvel's really well. I think that Disney's done a tremendous job with the Marvel movies. I mean, I've liked every single one of them, and they've done a really good job. But the characters that I like the most come from the DCU. Superman is my favorite. I have a Superman tattoo on my arm. I wear a Superman ring. I am big on DC, and I have been since a little kid. I know my mom can testify to this. I have always loved Superman, and I've always loved Wonder Woman, and I've always loved Batman, Aquaman. To me, they're the epitome of just awesomeness. So I am a big DC fan. I sat down this. I was like a little kid. I did see it twice in theaters. I was like a little kid. I was so excited, and my wife can attest to this. How excited I was about this thing. I was giddy. I was totally stoked. This lived up to my expectations. All I wanted to see was these characters right here on the big screen, and that's what they gave me. And I think they did a good job. They brought back my boy. They brought him back, and if anybody says, "Oh, spoiler," he's on the cover of the darn thing, so it's kind of hard not to say he doesn't come back. But just, I thought it was a really well crafted movie. You could tell the difference between this movie and, like, say, Batman v Superman or Man of Steel, because those are a lot more darker tones. But remember, Zack Snyder left the movie just after he finished filming this, and they brought on Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon came in because he's directed several movies like Serenity, and he put a little more comedic tone to it. So there's a little more comedy to this than you're experiencing in like the other DCU movies that have come out. Even Wonder Woman didn't have as much comedy. But I still think it's a wonderful movie. I think it's really well done. It's a great introduction to the League. I'm excited. They're going to do the next one of the next movies coming out is Flash. It's going to be a Flashpoint movie, and the Flashpoint movie is going to be awesome. It's all about Barry going back in the past and changing the past, and then coming back and experiencing what happened when he changed the past. I read the comic way back in the day, and it's outstanding. So I'm really excited about that. This year we got down here Aquaman coming out this November. I'm really excited about that. I think Jason Momoa did a really good job as Aquaman. He's very convincing, and I liked him a lot. And I gotta admit, when I first started casting, I was like, wait a second. The Aquaman that I grew up on had blonde hair. He wore the orange and green suit, and this guy's completely different. But he did a really good job. I really liked it. Matter of fact, everybody in this movie was spot on. Spot on. Ezra Miller, who played the Flash, was, I think, one of the more breakout characters in the movie. But it does, again, it does have its flaws. There's some plot holes, and there's kind of a couple things where I think everybody complains that because they went back and reshot some scenes and added Henry Cavill's Superman a little bit more to the movie. And in those scenes, because he's filming a movie for the new Mission Impossible right now, Paramount wouldn't let him shave his mustache. So there's a couple scenes in the movie you can see where they had to digitally edit it out, and it looks a little bit off. But, whatever. It's a movie. Did it entertain? Yes. Was it fun? Yeah, it was. I definitely recommend it, Justice League. So, the other movie that I picked up at Best Buy was the Academy Award-winning movie that won Best Picture and I believe Best Director, and that's the 4K version of The Shape of the Water. I have not seen this movie, but I hear it's absolutely amazing. And to be honest with you, Guillermo del Toro, there's only been one movie he did where I was like, but the majority of movies like Pan's Labyrinth are absolutely amazing, really well done movies. I actually like the cover art. You look at the light bouncing off it, it's got the cool effects on it. So I kind of took a risk on this one, but I have yet to hear a bad comment about this movie. And I got a really good deal on it, so I went ahead and pulled the trigger and got it. I am a little bummed because I did want to get I, Tonya and Disaster Artist too, but those will be down the road. I eventually will get those. But I will definitely let you guys know what I thought about this. And then the last movie I picked up that day was, again, another copy of Justice League. Now you're going to say, why are you getting two copies of it, Don? Because I'm a collector. I love movies. I love to collect movies, and I definitely love to collect different versions of each movie. I have, I don't know, probably 12 different versions of Halloween. I know I have 8 or 9 different versions of The Big Lebowski. I got one that's in a bowling ball. I got one that's a bowling lane. I got steel books. I got all kinds of different versions of that movie. I like to collect. It's a collection thing. So this is the digibook for Justice League. Look how bouncing off the light there. This is a lenticular art, so it looks really cool. And what it is I haven't opened it yet, but there's a book inside. So you get 3 DVDs. You get the Blu-ray, the DVD, and the digital, and a whole, I think it's a 64-page book that's inside of here that's got really cool artist renditions of some of the characters and stuff like that, some of the concept art and stuff. And it's really cool. Actually, to be honest with you, I've seen all the covers, and they actually did put out different covers for each version. There's a different cover for the DVD version. There's a different cover for the Blu-ray version. There's a different cover for the 3D version. This version, the 4K version, they put out different covers for each one of them, which was really hard because, let me tell you, actually there's 2 different versions of the DVD. Walmart has an exclusive, and then there's the regular one. And I'm not a big DVD. I mean, I love DVDs, but if I can, I prefer to get the Blu-ray. But that DVD looked really cool, so I'm hoping a Black Friday sale for $5. I may pick it up, but I will pick up more copies. And this, like I said, this puts me in line where I'm only missing one digibook out of the Target exclusive for the DCU, and that movie is. And if anybody ever sees it anywhere, please let me know. It's Man of Steel. That's the only one I don't have in the digibook form. And the reason why I didn't get it way back in the day was because they put out this really cool It's like a big S for his logo that was all tin and steel, and then the movie was inside of it. And I went with that one. Don't know why I didn't get the Digibook way back then, but I really read it now. But this is just awesome. And look at the back. I mean, there's all kinds of cool stuff in the back of it. They show all the characters and stuff, and I'm just stoked. I got the 2 versions I wanted. I am totally stoked. I am excited. I'm going to watch this weekend again. I'm totally excited. I can't wait. I love Justice League, and I'm stoked it's finally here. My voice is starting to go out a little bit. So that's kind of what I picked up the last couple weeks. I'm sure there's more out there. I know that next week, Jumanji comes out, the sequel to Robin Williams' movie, the Jumanji 2. I know my wife is really excited about Pitch Perfect 3. So there are a few things coming out next week, and then the following week after that is Star Wars. And Star Wars is doing the same darn thing as this. Steelbook at one and a Digibook at the other. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do about that, because I know I have a couple different versions of well, actually, I have more than a couple different versions of Star Wars movie. I got them on DVD, I got them on VHS, I got them on Blu-ray, I got them in Steelbook. So, but again, I'm a collector. This is what I like to do. This is what I like to collect. It's kind of like, people collect baseball cards, and my brother will attest to this. I used to collect baseball cards heavily back in the day, and these baseball card companies would put out one card and then put out 4 other cards, same card, but one card would have a little artist proof on it, or one card would have a first print. It would have just one little smidge thing different, but you want to get them all to be part of your collection. The same thing with these things. I love to collect movies. I love movies so much. It is the best diversion, other than me building Legos, that I know out there. So, with that being said, that's my pickups. I did want to run something by everybody, though, and I'm hoping that you guys will leave a comment down below after I talk about this. But I was thinking about doing, like, every Monday or Wednesday or something like that, doing a Blu-ray update to let people know what's coming out, what's been announced, and what interesting maybe things that are going on in the Blu-ray world. I gotta admit, I'm a little shaky about that. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do that. I do get Blu-ray information quite often. I know places I can find it, and and stuff like that. But I want to know: would you guys be interested in knowing and seeing a video every week of me telling you what's coming out and information about new stuff and what's been announced and what this? Maybe I do it on Mondays, because then it'll be great, because I can say, hey, this week they got this coming out, and they just announced this, and this. Like, for example, they just announced the other day The Matrix in 4K. That's pretty cool. They also announced Braveheart in 4K. I'm buying that. The Patriot in 4K. Yeah. Was it? Oh my gosh, I completely just forgot. Gladiator in 4K, and there's one other one, and I can't remember right now. So I have to tell you guys later. I am sorry for that. But, I would come up with a list and tell you guys what they've announced, stuff like that. So that's something I'm working on. So please leave a comment down below if you'd be interested in that. I do get quite a bit of information. So it'd be cool to guys kind of share it, but if it's something nobody's going to watch, then obviously there's no reason to do it. So let me know what you guys think. And that is it for the video. Like I said, thank you guys all for waiting in there. Thank you guys for watching this video. You guys are the best. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even have a channel. You guys make this fun, and that's what I do appreciate from the bottom of my heart for that. Yeah, other than that, I don't really have anything else much now. Yeah, we're good. So, thank you all for watching this video. Please remember that if you do enjoy the video, click the like button and click the subscribe button if you want to see more videos from Old Big D. Once again, I do appreciate you all watching my videos. I know that I can ramble sometimes, but I do really appreciate that. Until then, everybody take care. Remember to always keep hunting, because you never know what you're going to find. And live long and prosper. I'm back. One last thing. I was also wondering too, first off, do people actually stay and see if I have anything at the end of the pictures I post? Because I often wonder if people just kind of, once I stop talking and it goes to the pictures, they just zoom away. So I'm kind of curious about that. And also, I was also thinking about doing another video of my entire Steelbook collection. So I want to know about that. And also, I'm looking for other ideas of videos people would like to see, certain things. I know I recently did the video for Condor Man. And I actually need to do a video because I did watch Whale Rider. So I need to do a video for that, because I thought that was a very amazing movie as well. So, leave a comment down below. Let me know what kind of videos you like to see. What other things you like to see me do or review or talk about. Because I'm definitely open to some suggestions. So, yeah. See you soon.